What's up? It's your girl, Courage Molina, Chief Courage Crusader. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just click the little button and subscribe. Do yourself a favor, friend. All right, so listen, I want to tell you something. The only thing that really has an impact on whether or not, like, the thing that you are believing, this dream comes to pass, this life that you're working towards, the only thing that has an impact on that is what God said and what you do. That's it. Two things. What did God say? What are you doing? Literally nothing else under the sun matters. If God said it's for you, it's for you. The question is, what are you doing? Are you working towards it? Are you being consistent? Are you trusting Him? What happens a lot of times is we start to spend some energy on things outside of that. And one of those things is like trying to convince somebody. Right? Whether it is your spouse or your kids or your community or your boss or whoever, you are trying to convince somebody that the thing you're working towards is actually going to happen. I want them to believe in me. I want them to support me. It's so hard because they don't trust that I'm doing the right thing. It's so hard because they can't get behind me. They act like I'm not. That actually doesn't matter at all. It actually has zero impact on the outcome. I'm going to say it again. The only two things that matter as it relates to you possessing the promised land, living your dream life, getting the things that you want in this life, or whatever, however you want to say it. The only two things that matter is what God said and what you do. That's it. Nothing else. I don't care how close they are to you. I don't care how far y'all go back. I don't care how important it is or how much it hurts. The only things that matter is what God says and what you do. So if God said it, that's pretty much it. He gave you the vision. He's put a prompting in your spirit. He is leading you and you're in a place where you are following God and trusting and believing Him. Okay, well, do that work. Because your homegirl, your homeboy, your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, not supporting you has no impact on the outcome. I'm not saying that it doesn't feel some type of way. I'm a regular human. And I don't come on here fronting like everybody in my life is team supporting me the way I feel like they should be supporting me. That's not my life, friend. Most of the time, it ain't the life. Most of the time, especially if we're looking at Bible, most of the time we are going to be called into areas outside of our comfort zone in order to get the thing that we believe in God for. The only two things that matter is what God say and what you do. So I want you to, every single time you feel some type of way, every single time you feel the urge to explain yourself, you feel the urge to try and convince somebody of something, every single time you feel that way, I want you to stop for a second and think in your head, what did the Lord say to me? What do I believe? Before I came into this room, before I came into this board meeting, before I entered into this conversation, this situation, or this circumstance, what did I believe I heard the Lord say? What did I believe God said to me? What am I doing about it? Am I responding accordingly? Now, sometimes somebody will actually be bold enough to tell you, oh, the Lord didn't tell you that. What? Sometimes people, I can't even imagine. Sometimes people will be bold enough to say to you, the Lord didn't say that to you. Do you know who knows what the Lord said to you? You and the Lord. That's it. So the Lord is not sending you no new information. You and Him, y'all talk all the time, and He decided to send you a message, a brand new message that don't sound like nothing He ever said to you before. He decides to send you a new message through somebody else. No, that's not what it is. And I'm not saying these people are lying. I'm not saying these people are malicious. I'm saying that anybody can be used at any time. And I'm not even saying they're being used by the enemy. Sometimes the question is whether or not I believe God. Am I going to believe God, or am I going to believe what others are saying? So that test comes from the Lord. That test is not necessarily something from the enemy to keep me distracted. The Lord is trying to see, how much do I trust Him? How much do I depend on Him? Will I believe what He said He's going to do in my life even when nobody else does? Will I believe what He said He's going to do in my life or through my life when everybody around me, the people I thought were going to support me, the places I thought I was going to be able to go, when those things aren't true, will I still believe the Word of God? So what did God say and what am I doing? That's it. Don't waste your time, your breath trying to convince people, because this is the thing. For people, it's the same for people who believe and for people who don't believe. If I believe it, there is nothing that you can say to me to get me to not believe it, right? So if I believe something to be true about you, I'm probably not going to change my mind. It's probably going to take the Lord telling me something for me to change my mind. And if I don't believe it, I can't be convinced of it, right? Because it's based on my experiences. It's based on my whatever. So stop wasting your time trying to convince people that you are going to do what you like. Child, bye. Listen, the only thing you need to be taking with you are things that are going to have an impact on the outcome. And somebody else's negative thoughts or doubts or whatever, that has no impact on me whatsoever. Your disbelief that I can do what God said I can do, your disbelief that God has called me to do this work, baby, it has no impact on me whatsoever. Has no impact on my outcome. I shouldn't say no impact on me. No impact on my outcome. So I want you to focus. From now on, when you get into those situations, I want you to just close your eyes. And then I want you to think, what did God say to me? What is God saying? And what am I doing? That's it. Am I walking in alignment with what God is telling me to do? If so, okay, well, they can see it when they see it. They used to say, people probably still say it, I can show you better than I can tell you. So I need to tell you about the vision. I can show you better than I can tell you. All right? Again, this is your girl, Courage Molina, Chief Courage Crusader. And until next time, be strong and very courageous. Later. Love y'all.